stop scrolling. This video is not for everyone. If you're comfortable being ignored, talked over, or underestimated, leave now. Nothing here will help you. But if you've ever felt that quiet rage when someone less capable commands more respect than you, if you've ever wondered why confidence seems to work for everyone except you, if you've ever sensed that the rules you were taught don't match how power actually works, then you need to hear this. Most people are confident the wrong way. They try to feel powerful instead of appearing powerful. They seek validation instead of control. They speak when silence would terrify the room, and that mistake keeps them weak. What you're about to learn is why certain people dominate without effort, why some individuals are obeyed before they explain, and why real confidence feels dangerous when you first step into it. This is not motivation. This is not self-help. This is not for people who want to be liked. This is the psychology of authority, influence, and silent dominance. If you stay until the end, you'll never enter a room the same way again. If you don't, the hierarchy stays exactly where it is. Now pay attention. You were never supposed to feel this confident. Not like this. Not the kind of confidence that doesn't flinch when challenged. Not the kind that doesn't seek agreement before acting. Not the kind that doesn't apologize for existing in full size. You were trained to suppress this version of yourself early. They called it arrogance. They called it selfishness. They called it dangerous. And they were right about one thing. It is dangerous. Because a person who understands power, perception, and human behavior is no longer controllable. Right now, somewhere you can't see, there's someone living a life you quietly convinced yourself was unrealistic. They don't work harder than you. They aren't more talented than you. They aren't more moral than you. They're just operating on a different rule book. They walk into rooms and people adjust. They speak and others listen without interruption. They say no without explaining. They take without asking. And the most painful realization, they're not smarter than you. They're just less obedient. You were taught to wait. They were taught to move. You were taught to be respectful. They were taught to be effective. You were taught to earn permission. They were taught to take territory. This video is not here to inspire you. It's here to remove something. The lies, the conditioning, the internal leash you didn't know you were still wearing. Because once you understand how confidence actually works, you don't build it. You unlock it. And once it's unlocked, you cannot go back to being harmless. By the end of this video, you will understand why certain people command rooms without raising their voice, why certain people are obeyed before they're liked, why certain people never explain themselves and still get what they want. This isn't about being loud, it's about being lethal in silence. And before we continue, understand something important. None of this is new. This knowledge is ancient. It's been refined through empires, wars, betrayals, and revolutions. It's been studied by generals, rulers, philosophers, and strategists. It's been deliberately buried under politeness, morality, and false virtue. That's why the same books keep reappearing across centuries. If you want real power, start with these books. Most people never read them. Influence and Manipulation. The complete works of Nietzsche, The Republic, The Art of War, Meditations, The 48 Laws of Power, The Prince, Machiavelli, The Blueprint of Strategy, The Discourses, Machiavelli, Advanced Power Thinking. The links are in the description. Most people won't read them. They prefer comfort over clarity. You're still here. That already tells me something. Let's begin. 1. Confidence is not internal, it is assigned. This is the first illusion you must destroy. Confidence is not how you feel. It is how others interpret your behavior. And interpretation follows patterns. The world doesn't care how sure you feel inside. It cares how difficult you appear to move, shake, or control. The person who hesitates loses authority instantly. The person who over-explains broadcasts weakness. The person who reacts emotionally surrenders leverage. Confidence is not self-belief. It's emotional discipline under observation. Watch powerful people carefully. They don't rush sentences. They don't chase reactions. They don't fill silence. They allow pauses to breathe because silence makes others uncomfortable. Why? Because silence creates projection. When you stop speaking, people begin imagining what you might be thinking. They assume judgment. They assume calculation. They assume power. And assumption is stronger than explanation. The moment you explain yourself, you remove mystery. The moment you remove mystery, you remove fear. The moment fear disappears, respect follows it out the door. This is why silence has always terrified crowds. Silence forces self-awareness, and insecure people hate that. The person who controls silence controls tempo. The person who controls tempo controls interaction. The person who controls interaction controls outcome. This is not charisma. This is behavioral dominance. And Machiavelli understood it perfectly. Appearances matter more than intentions. People don't respect truth. They respect positioning. Rule 2. Emotional control is perceived power. Here's the brutal reality no one tells you. The first person to lose emotional control loses the game every time. Anger reveals your pressure points. Defensiveness reveals your insecurity. Excitement reveals your dependency. Emotion leaks information, and information is ammunition. The calm person in a chaotic moment becomes the authority figure by default. Why? Because humans instinctively seek stability during uncertainty. The person who remains composed while others spiral becomes the anchor. This is why leaders are calm in crisis, not because they don't feel fear, because they don't display it. Dangerous confidence is not emotional suppression, it's emotional concealment. You feel everything, you just don't hand the steering wheel to your nervous system. Machiavellian thinkers understand something modern culture denies. Emotional transparency is not strength in competitive environments, it's exposure. The more predictable your reactions, the easier you are to manipulate. When someone insults you and you don't respond, they escalate. When they escalate, they reveal intention. When intention is revealed, leverage appears. Silence after provocation is dominance. Not because it's polite, because it's unsettling. People fear what they can't read, and fear is the oldest currency of respect. Rule 3. Mystery multiplies authority. Oversharing is a modern disease. You've been convinced that vulnerability equals strength. In reality, vulnerability without strategy equals exploitation. Every personal detail you reveal becomes a tool someone else can use. Your doubts, your plans, your struggles. You think you're building connection. You're building leverage for someone else. Machiavellian strategy treats personal information like classified intelligence. Not because you're hiding weakness, because mystery creates gravity. The less people know about your process, the more they respect your results. This is why powerful figures reveal outcomes, not effort. They don't tell you how hard it was. They show you what exists. They don't announce moves, they execute. Mystery forces people to observe instead of judge. Observation breeds respect, judgment breeds dismissal. If people don't understand how you operate, they hesitate. Hesitation creates space. Space creates power. That's why the most dangerous people are rarely the most visible, and why the books that teach this remain quietly influential. If you want real power, start with these books. Most people never read them. The Prince, the Discourses, the 48 Laws of Power, The Art of War, Meditations. The links are in the description. These books don't teach morality, they teach consequence. Rule 4. Ruthless competence eliminates challenge. Confidence without competence is fragile. It collapses under pressure. It evaporates under scrutiny. That's why fake confidence is loud. Real confidence is silent because it doesn't need defense. Competence removes debate. When you are undeniably effective, arguments become irrelevant. People don't challenge results, they study them. Machiavelli wrote that power stabilizes when ability removes alternatives. If you are replaceable, you negotiate from weakness. If you are indispensable, terms shift. Competence gives you leverage everywhere. It allows you to say no without justification. It allows you to leave without fear. It allows you to refuse without consequences. This is why truly competent people appear relaxed. They're not brave. They're insulated. They have options. Most people try to project confidence first and hope skill catches up. That's backwards. Build competence until confidence becomes unavoidable. When results speak, explanations become unnecessary. Rule 5. Never explain yourself to the committed. This one will hurt. Some people do not misunderstand you accidentally. They misunderstand you strategically. Your growth threatens their identity. Your ambition exposes their stagnation. Your confidence invalidates their excuses. They need you to remain small. No amount of explanation will change that. Machiavelli warned against wasting energy on those invested in your limitation. Their resistance is not confusion, it's self-preservation. Explaining yourself lowers status because explanation implies doubt. Doubt invites attack. Dangerous confidence accepts this truth. Not everyone deserves access to your reasoning. Let outcomes speak. Those who matter will understand without persuasion. Those who don't were never allies. Rule 6. Systems create independence. Most people confuse freedom with emotion. They think freedom is feeling good. Real freedom is structural. If your income depends on approval, you're controlled. If your confidence depends on validation, you're dependent. If your stability depends on others' consistency, you're exposed. Machiavellian thinkers build systems, skills that travel, income streams that don't ask permission, knowledge that compounds. Systems reduce fear. Fear reduction creates confidence. Confidence creates authority. This is why system builders move calmly. They're not fearless, they're prepared. Rule 7. Strategic ruthlessness is clarity. This is where most people disengage. They want confidence without sacrifice. Impossible. Power demands trade-offs. Sometimes that means walking away from people who drain momentum. Sometimes it means disappointing those who benefit from your stagnation. Strategic ruthlessness is not cruelty. It's prioritization. It's choosing trajectory over comfort, long-term dominance over short-term approval. Machiavelli understood this deeply. Sometimes you must accept being misunderstood to remain effective. Not everyone grows with you. Dragging them slows you down. Dangerous confidence understands this without apology. The final truth. You are not here to be liked. You are here to be effective. The world does not reward intention. It rewards execution. You don't become confident by announcing transformation. You become confident by behaving as if permission is irrelevant. That's why powerful people move differently. They don't ask. They decide. They don't explain. They demonstrate. They don't chase. They position. And once this clicks, something irreversible happens. You stop reacting. You start designing. You stop seeking validation. You start commanding attention. You stop fearing judgment. You start shaping perception. This is not arrogance. This is alignment. And if you want to go deeper, you already know where to look. If you want real power, start with these books. Most people never read them. Influence and Manipulation, the complete works of Nietzsche. The Republic, The Art of War. Meditations, The 48 Laws of Power. The Prince, Machiavelli. The Discourses, Machiavelli. The links are in the description. Most people will never read them. They'll stay polite. They'll stay safe. They'll stay invisible. You won't, because now you see the game. And once you see it, you're no longer a player. You're a problem.